everybody, we're about to start the show, and this is where I want you to hit the share button. Let's see here. We've got 1 minute till showtime. My guys are setting up the stage right now, the studio. This is where you go ahead and hit the share button, because we got 50 seconds to showtime. I'll count us in. 46, 45, 44, 43. Give me, help me. Thank you, Marcus Stamos. Mic check, very good. 39, 30. I need residual checks. 36. Thank you. 34, 33. Give me the air horn. Thank you. 30. Thank you. I always need my drink. 28. 25 seconds. Yes, thank you. Troll Patrol. I need the laptop. There we go. Perfect. 20, 19. Yes, don't forget to hit the share button. This is my share wig. Thank you for that. Thank you, Elliot. We got 12 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. New shirt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Live from Hickory. It's country-ish. Alan!
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was Shaw's underdog, dressed in beer overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am from Hickory. Woohoo! I'm happy about it, as you can see. I hope you're happy, no matter where you are. If not, let me try and work on that for you for the next hour or so. You know what I mean? Try and turn it upside down. What up, bumpkins? It's Tuesday, January the 11th, 2022, and this is episode 111 of Country-ish. Episode 111 on 111. What does that mean? I don't know either, but we have a big, hairy deal of a show for you today. What do all these names have in common? Oprah Winfrey, Ludacris, Kerry Washington, and The View. You'll have to stick around to find out. No, I'm not giving money away next week. We are going to share the latest news, though, on Bob Saget passing away. Intern Isaiah has another review of And Just Like That. And in small town news, there's a new Guinness Book holder, and it's all about the world's biggest ball of human hair. Yeah, nasty. But stick around. We got a great show. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube, and we're checking your comments. I got two interns over here checking comments right now. We got Elliot, the intern, and intern Isaiah. There they are, looking right. Oh, look at that, the country-ish three-fingered wave. So one of them's doing Facebook, one of them's doing YouTube. Leave a comment, and hopefully, time to time, if we have time, and these guys are fast enough to do it, we'll try and get to your comments. All right, I'll ask you a question. You leave it in the comments section, all right? I want to know, do you collect anything? Yeah, coins, stamps, fingernails, anything weird? Leave it in the comments section. If it's interesting and we have time, we'll get to it. And to prove to you that I do this, I am going to read comments from last week. See, last week's question was, do you have any weird fetishes? And some of you got back to me, so here's a couple. Jabari Ray. We love Jabari Ray. Didn't he do a bunch of sharing that one time?
A bunch of sharing. God bless you, Jabari.
Yeah, Jabari. He said, I have a lettuce fetish. Not really. It just rhymed. I hear you, Jabari. That's a good one. Julie Marshall. She said, I don't know if this is a fetish or not, but I think that men in kilts are extremely sexy. When they wear the full Scottish regalia, there's something that really gets my motor running. Ooh, baby, ha-cha-cha. Well, you're not the only woman to think that, Julie. My own fiance, Jody, has a thing for guys in kilts.
Wow.
So, yeah, apparently I'm going to have to get a kilt. Yes, you were
Well, I was
pointing
going
your
to say, just watch your commercial.
Oh, yeah, I did one commercial where I wore a kilt for Sierra Mist back in the day.
And you don't have to borrow one. My Uncle Eddie has one. He wears it every family reunion.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it plaid?
Yeah, it's plaid.
What waist size is he?
I'm not sure. He's about the same size as you.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, good. Good to know.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
nice. Thank you.
He could probably let you
He'll
borrow
probably
it.
what?
He could probably let you borrow it.
All right, cool. All right, so here's another one by Bob Haynes, super fan Bob. We love us some Bob Haynes. He says, all right, for one thing, I have a hosiery fetish.
Oh,
Does that mean he loves hose? In different area codes. He goes, I love ladies in stockings. Thick thigh-high stay-ups especially. Just look sexy to me. Yeah, I get that. A lot of guys like that. You know, I think, was it David Lee Roth? What was that song? I love the way the line in the stocking was the ease the seat back.
Right.
She's running.
That's Panama.
Panama.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bob Haynes, you're not alone here, man. And Jimmy Benson says, "Yep, My Little Pony."
Oh, ho, ho.
We got ourselves a brony. You know what a brony is, right?
Oh.
Those are dudes who are into My Little Pony. Bronies. Have you never heard this?
I've seen those people who dress up, or they ride around on the
Yeah.
horses. These chicks ride around on the horse things. Is that right?
That probably
Like a wooden
bleeds
horse.
into it. Yeah, I'm sure it has anything to do with a pony. It could be turned into a brony situation.
Yeah.
But specifically, My Little Pony guys are called bronies. But
Wow.
yeah. I hate that I know that.
That is interesting that you do know that.
I'm a well-traveled man.
I guess.
I've stayed in many hotels where there's many Comic-Cons and conventions going on, and I've stayed in one where it was like a brony type situation. More than just brony, it was all kinds of stuff. Furries. Anyway.
Oh.
Hey, to each his own, Jimmy. I'm glad you left a comment. So there's your shout out. Appreciate y'all doing that. Please hit the share button. This is how we grow. In the beginning of the show, I begged you to hit the share button. And if you didn't do it, now's a good time. It's always a good time. And if you're afraid to do it now because you might miss something, that's fine too. Normally I would do a share stare. I'm not doing it anymore, Alan. I feel like it's belittling a little bit. It's degrading.
Below you now?
I feel embarrassed when I do it.
You feel like you're begging for
I feel like
the
I'm
shares.
begging for people,
Yeah.
and I really am,
Well, yeah.
to hit the share button. But I'm going to go without for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm about to be 50 in March. I can't be, you know what I mean? I got to have a little dignity.
Yeah, but true. But shares like what? She's in her 70s.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are you saying I should do it?
No.
All right. So look, hit the share button at any point. It's a little. See, I got the thing on right here. That's your reminder. There's your share stare right there. All right. What else? We are not just live on Facebook and YouTube. We're a podcast for your ear holes as well. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, you name it. We're there, and we need some new. Instead of me begging for shares, I'll beg for Apple Podcast reviews. So normally, if there's a new review, I'd have one of my interns read it and give you a shout out. But we don't have a new one, so we need that as well. So help us out if you can. Let me get to some tour dates real quick, and we got a great show, so stick around. I'm going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, or as Peyton Manning would say, Omaha. Yeah, I'll be there at the Funny Bone this weekend. Hope I don't get snowed in, because it's like a 90% chance it's going to snow. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. Is it Thursday? No, Friday and Saturday. Just Friday and Saturday. Sorry. And then Washington, D.C. at the Comedy Loft. And, I mean, I'm going to be somewhere every weekend all the way up till April. So if you're thinking, yeah, Walhalla, South Carolina, Shelby, North Carolina with Reno Collier, your boy's out there. So I might be in your backyard. Go to countryish.com, look at the tour dates, and check for yourself. All right, dude, let me get to the man sitting across the table, very tall man. He's done me a favor today and has decided to sit on a tiny little, like a kid toddler chair so that he will match my height because he's very tall. We're talking like 8 feet 3 inches tall. Played a little b-ball for the Charlotte Hornets back in the day. Did some balling with Kelly Tripucka, Muggsy Bogues, I do believe was one of the guys. Some people know him as a fly swatter. I know him as not just a Southeastern man of mystery, but Sebastian.
What's up?
That might be the longest intro I've ever done.
Thank you. I know that's long. Yes.
Good to see you.
Prelude.
Yeah. How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been great.
I hadn't seen you since, what was it, like
Christmas?
Christmas time.
Yeah.
Was that the last time I saw you around
think so.
Christmas? Yeah, you went to Florida and back, and I went to California. We went like 2 separate directions,
Right.
basically. You went south. I
We're
went
trying to
west.
cover the nation, man.
That's right. We got a lot of spreading of love to do of country-ish. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Well, how was your New Year's?
Fantastic.
Did you do anything fun? Did you dress up?
Yeah, I actually got it put together an outfit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like a tuxedo? Did you get
Well-
a top hat?
Yeah, so my date said you need to get some suspenders.
Oh.
Okay.
Overalls?
Well, no suspenders.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
actually wore overalls, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of this somewhere. I don't have it. But you know how hard it is to find suspenders in today's world?
I can imagine it's hard, especially for a tall guy with a long torso.
Yeah.
You know?
But I did find one set, and I ended up going to Hobby Lobby after because I needed to dress them up a little bit. I needed to get some 2022 stickers. Had
Yeah,
to get
the
that
bedazzle.
going on. Get a
Get
belt
some
buckle.
flair going, they call
Had to
it.
get a flare going.
Good
So
for
you know,
you.
I thought a lot of people would dress up,
And
but they didn't. It was basically just us.
where did you go? Was it
Went
in
to-
Hickory?
Went to Newton
Newton
Novel.
Novel,
They
okay.
had a nice New Year's party. We had a
Nice.
good time.
Well, good. I was in San Diego. I was doing shows at the La Jolla Comedy Store, which is San Diego. It's like a sleepy, sort of beachy town. It's all rich, older white people.
Yeah.
And Mitzi Shore, that's the shirt I'm wearing today. Mitzi Shore, she was the founder of the Comedy Store. So shout out to the Comedy Store in La Jolla. If you came to see me, this is what I was talking about. This is the show, huh? That's one of the guys I was telling you about, the real tall basketball player. That's him right there. And so had a good time in La Jolla. I mean, really, it's not a whole lot to do because everyone like goes to bed around 10:30, and it was kind of chilly for them. So I didn't really do anything other than just do the shows. But since it was New Year's Eve, and doing comedy on New Year's Eve is one of the hardest things because, you know, someone will inevitably bring a horn or friggin' those things and confetti and anything to distract from the show. It'll make its way at some point, and they get drunker, and then champagne comes out. And people want to know the exact time that it switches from, 11:59 to midnight. So there's a guy, when do I time the countdown? All that stuff's a pain in the butt. But what I thought I would do was go like, why don't we do this? It was kind of a medium-sized crowd. I'm like, how about this? I see a lot of couples here, and everyone wants to kiss. That way you can say like, oh, I made out with this girl from 2021 to 2022, like the whole year.
That's a lot of commitment.
Yeah. So I thought, like, I'll start on this side. I'll do the countdown, and you guys just start making out, and I'll pan around the room like
Basically,
this.
you're a voyeur
Yes.
because you're
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah, this is me
This
just
is
trying
your
to have
own.
a
It's
good
like
time.
your own version of Pornhub.
I was hoping I'd see a lot more than what I did, but, you got to do what you can when you're out there by
Yeah.
yourself. So just kidding, Jody. I love you very much. But, yeah, all I did was just record these people. And there's one couple I want you to keep an eye out for.
Okay.
And let me know if it's the one you think I'm thinking of. Poor guy sort of got dissed. Because here's the thing. I made this announcement before the countdown.
Wow.
So they had time to think about what they're going to do when the countdown happens. And I start panning. I think one guy goes in for a kiss, and she's like, puts up the drink like, nope. It's like, oh, no. You know how someone gets dissed on the kiss cam on a basketball game or
Yeah.
whatever? I think this kind of happened. Anyway, Alan, let's watch a little bit of this. It's not that long.
10, 9.
It's Lou, the piano player right there.
7. Look at this in La Jolla. Nappy New Year, everybody.
No, she's waiting. Okay, there's a kiss. There's a kiss. Here comes a kiss. Look at him. Look at. Oh. Everyone else is getting it on. That poor guy.
So you decided to break out in song as well?
Yeah. I don't know the words. I'm just going, here's the sounds, here's the sounds. I'm doing my Louis Armstrong impression. Now they're just talking. I just felt so bad for that guy in that moment. Did you see it?
Yeah, I
Let's
saw
look
it.
at it again.
Let's
Let's do a play-by-play.
Let's go slow-mo.
Oh, man. All right, yeah, let's watch this. Oh, I feel bad for that guy. Dude, I'm sorry that it happened to you.
And now you're on YouTube forever.
Welcome to Country-ish. Oh, by the way,
With the biggest dish.
we could use some new Patreon. We're doing a new thing. This is the perfect time to talk about it. So we are listener supported. We have some ads, but we're mostly listener supported. It's called Patreon, right? So if you were to go to countryish.com and click on support, that would take you to our Patreon page. And we're going to start a new thing. Because at one point, we had 4 different levels. But now we're going to focus on one thing. Moving forward, sometime in the near future, because I'm also out of merchandise. Because one of the things I was doing was sending out ginger beard masks. I was sending out koozies and shirts. But I'm out of it, and it's a hassle, and it's expensive. And I think the best thing to do is give you guys exclusive content. I think you're going to like this. Moving forward, for only $5 a month.
$4.99.
That's $4.99.
That's 17 cents a day.
17 cents a day. Okay? You could sponsor some poor country-ish podcasters. But here's what you're going to get. We're going to start doing a country-ish after dark. Country-ish raw. Uncut. Unedited. Underwear. Maybe we'll be in our underwear. Yeah. Who knows? Here's
Unrated.
the thing. We're going to do a show that's live only for the people who are Patreon supporters. And we're going to get a little crazy. We'll have some drinks. We'll be unfiltered. We'll talk about anything we want to talk about. Could get a little R-rated from time to time. Might make it to an X. But that being said, we don't know what we're calling it yet, but that's going to happen in the future. And it's going to be like live with the people. So we'll be able to see your comments and then have you in the Zoom room. Maybe every now and then we'll bring you on the show and talk to you, right? But it's only for Patreon supporters. So if you want to get in on that right now, best thing to do, go to countryish.com, click on support, sign up for the $5 a month level, and enjoy. I'm looking forward to doing that. So I did New Year's Eve in La Jolla. That was fine. And I thought, I got this week off. I need to get back out to L.A., jump on other people's podcasts, do some networking, some elbow rubbing. And I had a spot at the Comedy Store. Here's the lineup for the spot I did Friday night at the Comedy Store. You have Harlan Williams, Sarah Tiana, Mark Maron. You know Mark Maron? He's got a huge podcast. Ryan Sickler, me, and that's the lineup right there. Some of those names you might not know, but they're all great. Sarah Tiana, there she was at 9:30. So that was good. I did. I was right after Ryan Sickler, and I was on his podcast that week. He has a podcast called The Honeydew. Check that out when you get a chance. I was on his podcast. He's going to be on this podcast in the future as well. Very funny dude. He has a very successful podcast. His is called Honeydew. Basically, it's all about the lowlights, the low points in your life. What happened? What was it? Let's go over it, and let's make fun of it. And so, obviously, I told him about my dad's stroke. I told him about when my dad got shot. I told him about my 0-10 football season. Fred Ford. I was supposed to be in NFL. Look what happened.
I know.
So
it all changed.
So that was fun. Also did. There's me on stage at the Comedy Store. Yeah, if you just want to go through the pictures, I can talk about it that way. Okay, so when I was in L.A., you guys know we have a segment called "How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild Residual Check?" Well, I got my inspiration from this very bar that I went to called Residuals. was real close to my house when I lived in L.A. And these are actually in a frame some of the residual checks they have on the wall. You can't really see the amounts, but if you were to zoom in later on, you could see they're like 42 cents, a nickel. And it's ridiculous. And people would come in with the lowest check, and you'd get a free drink. So I thought I'd take a couple of pictures and share that with you guys. What else we got, Alan? Let's just scroll through them while we're here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got to talk about this dude. So there we go. This is in La Jolla at the Comedy Store. New Year's Eve. That guy, Argus Hamilton, opened the show. He's probably one of the longest living Comedy Store paid regulars on the earth. He's actually, when Pauly Shore was on this episode, do you remember when Pauly Shore was on?
Yeah, because I got to talk to him.
You talked
I'll
to him.
never forget that.
And that's right. That's like burning. I mean, you interviewed Pauly Shore. Not many people in Hickory can say that. You can say that.
Just me and you.
That's right, buddy. And it was a good time. He also interviewed his assistant, Bang Bang.
Yep.
Right? Was that his name?
Yeah, it was Bang Bang.
Yeah. I like to hear him say it. So, in that interview with Pauly Shore, I brought up this guy's name, Argus Hamilton. I said, you know Argus? He goes, yeah, I know Argus. He used to bang my mom. So this guy used to bang this girl. That's Pauly Shore's mom. Anyway, it's lucky he's alive. All of the drugs this guy's done, and he's still alive. He's actually one of the best writers out there. He's written for many shows. He's been on tons of Tonight Show appearances. He still writes for papers all over the country. So if you hear a funny meme, if you see a funny meme or a funny joke, and you're like, oh, that was pretty easy and clever, I'm surprised I didn't think of it. He probably already thought of it, and someone's already stolen it from this guy. So that's Argus Hamilton. That's a legend right there. Had a good time with him. What else we got? Yeah, it's more residual checks. Oh yeah, that's me. So listen, when you come see me, I serve you. Okay? Especially if it's New Year's Eve. You see the hats, you see the champagne. That's me just delivering some drinks to people in the front row. All right, so when I was in L.A., I also did an episode of George Lopez's podcast called Oh My God, Hi! OMG, Hi! And it was great. I think he's one of the funniest guys ever. I remember when he came through Raleigh years ago. This has been like mid to late 90s. Before his TV show. And his foot was in a boot. And I'm like, oh, man, this poor guy's going to go on stage with that cast on and everything. And he killed. And he just sat there and killed. And so I did his podcast. I was a little nervous about it because I hadn't really talked to him since then. And we have a lot in common, by the way. And the guy next to him is a guy named Gil. Did you see The Night Stalker on Netflix? Alan, did you see that show?
He was the investigator, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the guy who caught the Night Stalker.
Oh, wow.
The Night Stalker. Richard Ramirez. Basically, it's all because if you watch that Netflix docuseries, you'll see it. And so I was kind of starstruck around that guy, too. Anyway, some of the best stories were told on that episode. And George has agreed to be on this as well. So if you have any questions you want me to ask George, leave them in the comments section. Maybe I'll use one of your questions. All right. Oh, got to see my good friend Kyle Davis from Into the Storm. He was Donk in that series. Also, you know him as Little Kev, the mentally challenged white rapper from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's him. And so we're good buddies, and we went on a hike. Thought we'd take a picture and show it to everybody. Okay. So this was at Residuals. You got me and Kyle, and we ran into this guy. This guy was also in the movie Into the Storm. He played a cameraman. Now, his name is Jeremy Sumter, but a lot of people probably remember him as a young Peter Pan. Is that what you're about to say?
Oh, no, I know him from a lot of other things as well.
What else would you like to... Yeah, throw it in there.
Oh, he was in the television show Clubhouse. It only lasted one season, about the kid that wanted to work for the baseball team.
Okay.
And especially Frailty.
Yeah.
one Bill Paxton, the horror movie that he directed.
Yeah.
He was really
He's
good
got
in that.
quite an extensive IMDb page. He's done a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
He's a Southern guy, right? But you don't really know it in films. He kind of covers it up, a little bit. But when he gets out at a bar like this, and this is like his home club. This is a lot of actors like to go here. It's residual checks. It's so he likes to go there. And he smelled like menthol cigarettes, and he had a dip in, and he was talking a mile a minute. And it was hard to keep up with him, but he had some ideas for me and Kyle. And I could tell Kyle was trying to figure out the southernness of his, like what he was saying and couldn't understand. And he would say a bunch of stuff like Boomhauer, Blue time, I'm going to get you guys be brothers and be in my film. I wrote a part for you. And it'd stop and go like this. But guess what? Like, I don't know what the first thing you said was. How am I going to know the but guess what part? Anyway, it's good to see Jeremy Sumter at Residuals. And, so that's Ryan Sickler, the guy I was talking about before all this. Very funny comedian. That's his podcast. I did his, The Honeydew. So look for all that coming up soon. Good times were had. Although, I was out there for a week. I feel like I could have crammed a lot of stuff in 3 days instead of dragged it out to a whole week because I missed you guys. And there were some times where there's like people canceling and rescheduling. Like even my own manager and agent were like, let's not take this meeting. I got 2 kids and COVID and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of rescheduling was happening, like a lot of last minute, like no thank you, but maybe next times. And a lot of it was just me sitting around. And for the first time ever, I got asked to show my vaccine card.
Really?
Going into a restaurant. Yeah, they're pretty strict in Cali.
Yeah, that
They're
Cali.
pretty strict. Well, they weren't that strict in San Diego, but they were more strict in Los Angeles. And it was kind of neat because I'm like, well, I have it. I can't wait to show it to somebody. It's like when you turn 21,
Show your
and
life.
you can't wait to show your ID, and no one asks you for it. And finally, I'm like, bam, buddy, right here. All 3 of them, dude. Pfizer. And so I was able to show that. Although it caught me off guard because I thought we pulled up into a sushi place, and there was a guy standing there, and I thought it was like a valet dude. So I almost walked up to this guy and handed him my keys and said, keep it close. But he goes, a vaccine card? I'm like, oh, it's that. And Kyle's like, yeah, they do that a lot out here. So that was interesting. But yeah, there you go. Any questions? Any comments? What's going on over there?
Yeah, we had a couple comments about collections.
Oh.
And Chris Gander said, I collect old VHS wrestling tapes. WWF and WCW. Yes, I love wrestling.
Yeah. Dude, I just saw a great, I think it was on the Vice Network. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, are you talking about Dark
Yeah.
Side of the Ring?
Yes, I am.
I've seen
That is awesome.
Yes. Okay. Well, there was a whole wrestling federation or something I'd never heard of before.
UWF.
Huh?
UWF.
I don't think it started with a U. I think it started with a W. But anyway, this guy was like a rich dude who came in and tried to start his own thing, and he died. He like OD'd on coke and was doing
Yeah,
a
you're
bunch
talking
of
about
whores.
Herb Abrams. He owned UWF.
Is it UWF?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's a crazy story. I'd never heard of this guy before. But, yeah, check that one out.
Oh, yeah,
Give it a chance.
UWF only lasted for like a year.
Historian.
Yeah.
He's a wrestling
he knows his
historian.
wrestling. Yes.
And Ken Bowe said that there is a waiter up at Old Hickory Station that still wears a kilt.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of them up there that wear kilts. Kilts or kilt?
Kilt.
I always say
K-I-L-T.
kilt, but it's kilt.
Kilt.
I want to say kilt because it reminds me of like a pelt. But that's a different thing. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Don't forget to hit the share button. A lot of great show coming up. So stay tuned. Let's get to our first segment, shall we? Huh? There's a lot of what I do here is I look up your hashtag on Twitter and I find what it is you're talking about. And I'll weigh in on that. That's how you know recurrence. It's a segment called Ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. All right, and we have a sponsor for this segment. It's Hendrick Honda Hickory. That's right. Are you in the mood for a new vehicle? Or in the market for a new vehicle? I always say mood, but maybe you're in the mood for a new vehicle. Go down to Hendrick Honda of Hickory. Get yourself a new vehicle. Say hey to Batman for me. And get yourself a hot dog and a hamburger. You know what I mean? Tell them I sent you. All right. So here's a sad one, dude. Hashtag Bob Saget. He passed away. Died in a hotel room in Orlando, Florida at the age of 65. What are your thoughts on Bob Saget?
Well, I'm
Full House.
Full House.
Yep.
He's a conflict.
He was a conflicted dude.
Yeah, because you think of him as an
No, he-
American Dad.
Right.
But then his comedy, you think of him as, oh my God,
Yeah,
I can't
very-
believe you just said that.
Yeah. Very very raunchy, very dirty, very shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking to hear it coming from him.
Right.
But the thing is, he was that before Full House.
Right.
But people just knew him from Full House first, so that's why it was shocking to a lot of people. But it wasn't shocking to most comedians because they already knew. But yeah. So we got some update on him, you know, because everyone knows at this point that he passed away, sadly. But autopsy. Okay, so here we go. Bob Saget autopsy performed as new report details circumstances of how the comedian was found, and it says here he was found dead, lying face up on his bed in a luxury hotel in Florida with no signs of trauma, according to a sheriff's office report on Monday. No signs of foul play. And the room itself was in order, with items owned by Mr. Saget on the nightstand, television stand, closet, and bathroom. According to the report, the county office of the medical examiner said the autopsy was performed Monday morning, and at this time there is no evidence of drug use or foul play. A lot of people were thinking, well, you know, he's done some partying in his day. Maybe there's a chance because fentanyl's out there.
Yep.
It could have been an accidental thing, but they didn't find any drugs in the room. So they're kind of ruling that out, although the autopsy's not 100% done, so we don't know 100% yet. The official cause and manner of death are still pending. So they said Saget's left arm was across his chest and his right arm was resting on his bed when the deputies and the paramedics arrived on Sunday at his room at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando. Saget had been scheduled to check out of his room on Sunday, and when family members were unable to get in touch, they contacted the hotel security team, which sent an officer to his room. When the security officer, Jody Lee Harrison, entered the room, all the lights were off. So it wasn't like maybe, you know, I felt like he died in his sleep.
Yeah.
Like if you already had the lights off, you're on your back, you know, that's a sleeping position. It wasn't like he was struggling. It wasn't like the lights were on and he accidentally fell over. So I think he could have been sleep apnea. You know, if you're on your back and you're snoring and maybe you had a couple drinks, I mean, he could have had some drinks. Let's see here. What else does it say? Because he was
Performed, didn't he, that night? Or?
he performed that night. He checked. Harrison checked Saget for breathing and a pulse, and he didn't have one. He was unresponsive. We have an unresponsive guest in a room, they said. Not responding, no breathing, no pulse. Saget was declared dead shortly before 4:20 a.m. His room key indicated that he entered the room a little bit before 2:20 a.m. So that's a little late to be out. So there's a good chance he did a show that night, went out for some drinks with some friends, went home, laid down. And if you drink too much, sometimes you snore extra loud, and he could have just got caught up, you know. I mean, who knows? He's 65. He's done a lot of partying in his day. So the autopsy's not 100% in yet. So we don't know exactly what it was. But it doesn't look like he was getting tore up. But I've only met him one time. And that's when I did a TV show for CMT called Nashville Squares. And here is really the only interaction I ever had with Bob Saget. And it was nice. So we'll play this. Here you go.
Jon Reep, come on down. Congrats. Hand it over, my dear friend. You're hilarious, bro. Now, what's going to happen
Oh,
is
just
very
keep
simple.
it right there. You're
gonna
hilarious,
get-
bro.
Ah.
See, that's the thing. That's why you saw this all over the news, was because comedians love Bob Saget because he was such a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of like the Fonzie, because what's Henry Winkler. You know, a lot of people just know him as this Italian sort of rough Harley Davidson, kind of a gangster dude from Happy Days, but really he's the nicest guy in show business. And kind of Bob Saget was that way. Like, he wanted to be everyone's friend. He had young comedian friends. He had old comedian friends. But yeah, so rest in peace, Bob Saget. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's move to the next thing. It is also National Arkansas Day.
Wow.
Yep. January 11th, National Arkansas Day recognizes the natural state and the 25th state to join the Union. Do you know it's called the natural state? Arkansas is known for big rocks and lots of minerals. It's the quartz crystal capital of the world and has the only diamond mine in the United States. Yeah, they're sitting on a lot of a diamond mine over there in Arkansas. It's also known for it earned the name natural state with over half the state covered in forests and more than 1 million acres in Ozark National Forest. But that's not all. Hot Springs National Park became America's first national preserve, which turned into the National Park System. And I like this little fun fact. When Arkansas first became a state in 1836, how to pronounce the name was up for debate. It was, they said, was it Arkansas or Arkansas? The issue was settled in 1881 when the State General Assembly passed Concurrent Resolution Number 4. It stated that the state's name would be pronounced Arkansas but spelled Arkansas. So they compromised.
What is it? State Revolution number.
Concurrent Resolution Number 4.
Did that come
from the State General Assembly?
Now, did that come before or after Love Potion number 9?
I believe it was 4. It was before.
Before Love
yeah,
Potion.
5 right before. Yeah, so it was 5 before 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Arkansas.
Yeah. Home of Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Ernest Hemingway, Maya Angelou. So there you go. Happy Arkansas Day.
Yeah. Arkansas. I
All
ran
right.
over tarantulas in Arkansas before in a car.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you doing in Arkansas?
I was driving. I was with my parents, and they had a 16 in an old Buick Caprice Classic.
Oh boy.
Remember those?
Yeah. They're
And-
so generic looking.
And then these spiders would be walking across the road.
Yeah.
Hundreds, thousands of spiders.
Tarantulas?
Yes, they're big,
Yeah.
and I would just crush them.
Oh.
You could hear them
I bet
crunch.
that sounded awesome. I don't think I've ever seen a tarantula.
They're nasty in
That would
person.
scare the crap out of me. I don't like spiders.
Arkansas.
Yeah, there you go. Happy Arkansas Day. All right, let's move on to a news segment we have. I'm excited for this because I gave my little intern over here, some homework. You know, people love Isaiah. He sounds funny. He's funny. He's charming. He actually knows a lot of stuff. I mean, he chimes in with facts all the time. So you're a valuable part of the show, and I appreciate you. And we gave him some homework. I thought it'd be funny. What if intern Isaiah were to review something that I know he would normally never watch? And we thought we'd make him watch the new series on HBO called And Just Like That, which is basically the sequel series to Sex and the City. And I do believe we have a new one. Do we have a new one?
Yep, we have a brand new
All right,
one.
Alan, let's play it. Have y'all seen this one? All right. Thank you, Isaiah. I'm trying to do my impression of you. All right, what you got for us today?
So I watched episode 4 of And Just Like That, and I wrote down, and just like that, I would rather be repeatedly roundhouse kicked in the nuts by Bruce Lee, then watch this train wreck.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna
Repeated.
give you compliments here.
That was good.
Oh, look, he's got a hate list. I'm going to give you compliments here. See, one of the keys to comedy is specificity. You could have said kicked in the nuts. You said roundhouse kicked by Bruce Lee.
Who's the master at martial
with an
arts.
adjective.
We all know who Bruce. I'm giving you credit for the that word.
Specificity.
But I
Being
could-
specific about it. I like it. This is a good thing. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
giving you a compliment here. Continue, please.
So the first 2 minutes of the show, we see Charlotte, and she's getting a cup of coffee, and she yells out loud for everybody and their brother to hear. Yes, I would like to quickly confirm a colonoscopy for Harry Goldenblatt for Friday at 10. And Harry Goldenblatt is her husband, by the way. But anyway, then she says, I'm sorry, I feel like I shouted that. You dumbass. Of course you shouted that. You shouted that little nugget of TMI so loud that they could hear it all the way in Dayton, Virginia. And by the way, you joke about Hickory being a small town. Just wait till you see where I grew up.
I grew up.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I say we take you up there for purely for culture shock.
I've been around, dude. I've been in some small towns and big cities. But
Have you ever
but
been
what
to-
what made you mad about her yelling that
Well,
out?
I mean, you just don't say that out loud
Right, it's
for
kinda
everybody
rude.
to hear.
Yeah.
Like, who would you sit down at the dinner table and be like, "Well, I got a colonoscopy at
yeah.
10 in the morning."
Yeah, maybe that other person doesn't want that information getting out there. And that's kind of why I started the whole Welcome to Walgreens troll. Remember that? We walked
Yeah.
because I don't like them yelling, "Welcome to Walgreens." You're like, well, maybe I'm here to get something embarrassing, and I want people to know I'm here, but now everyone looked at me when you said that. All right, continue. This is great.
So I wonder what kind of coffee she ordered. I bet this cityfied yuppie ordered a daggum iced coffee.
Oh, I see.
You like iced coffee?
I do like iced coffee.
Okay.
I'm country-ish.
I'm
Now,
with
I'm not
you
going
on
to drink
this, Ozzy.
hot coffee in the summertime. It's 90 degrees. Do I eat snow cones in the winter? No, I don't. I will drink iced coffee in the summer. There's nothing wrong with iced coffee, but this is your opinion, and I value it. Continue.
Well, you're not going to like what I have
That's
to say.
okay. Let's have it.
So if you drink iced coffee, you deserve to be tarred and feathered in the middle of the daggum street.
A little over the top, I say. My goodness, it's just a beverage. You don't have to drink it. Go ahead.
Drinking iced coffee makes no sense whatsoever. It's like drinking warm beer. It just doesn't add up.
No, that analogy doesn't add up. Because
It does add up. It's
no,
like
iced coffee is fantastic. Warm beer is not. But go ahead. No, they actually do drink warm beer in Europe.
Yeah.
So there you
and
go.
they need to be tarred and feathered in the middle of the
All
street.
right, you're a little extreme, but go ahead.
Then a little later in the show, we see Miranda, and she's waiting on a cup of coffee to brew when her son Brady, a.k.a. Linguini, walks into the kitchen and goes, "Whoa, Mom, you reek of weed." And Miranda tries to deny it because she's a drizzling turd in the punch bowl.
Yeah, that's his favorite one.
Why deny it, Miss Miranda? I smoke weed, and there ain't nothing wrong with me.
That's debatable.
Right. That's me
That's still up
shouting out with laughter right there. All right.
So for 10 minutes, I have to watch Charlotte plan a big fancy dinner party because apparently nobody in this show has had the pleasure of eating soup, beans, and cornbread and gulping it down with a tall glass of pop.
Yeah. Do you think these are obviously fictional characters, but like if they were real, do you think that they would turn their noses up at cornbread and beans? And
Yes,
Yeah.
they would turn their noses up.
Probably would.
And that, to me, that's a delicacy.
You'd have to turn it into some sort of like, you'd have to disguise it, like, call it something else, a muffin or something different, But go yeah.
Right.
Do you have something?
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to
So-
cut you off.
Oh,
I'm
you're
enjoying
fine.
this.
Then I have to watch Carrie put her apartment up for rent because she doesn't want to live there anymore now that Mr. Big Man has went and met his maker.
Yeah.
And I don't care about any of this. At this particular point in the show, I thought I'd rather watch two orangutans go at it hot and heavy than watch this horse crap.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too, actually.
21 minutes into the show, we see Miranda having dinner with her law school professor. And Miranda is talking about the pros and cons of being a mother. And she says, "Then I see my son, and I'm glad. And then I see his dirty underwear on my kitchen floor, and I'm mad."
Yeah. I'd be mad
Brady,
at that too.
A.K.A. Linguini, you are now officially a drizzling turd in the punch bowl. Do your damn laundry, bro.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so what do you like about the show?
So far, this episode, there's nothing that I like.
Okay.
But I
But,
wrote
but
down,
I know you love weed. Wasn't there
Yeah, I
a
like
weed
that.
reference in here? Don't you like that part?
I like that part.
Okay. All right. All right, so you got more?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And then you're 17. Nobody wants to wash your dirty underwear. Since he's 17, I bet Miranda has to watch some crunchy socks, too, if you
yeah.
catch my drift.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So at this particular...
I feel like this is revealing a lot about you.
No.
I think maybe your mother's
I don't
probably.
use my socks. No. So at
It's all
this
tube socks for you, huh? Okay.
At this particular moment, I decided to create a list of characters that I don't like.
Okay.
I'm going to call it the hate list because that's simple.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. Thank you for keeping it simple.
I think we have a picture. There it is.
Oh, there's the hate list.
Yeah.
Okay. Brady, a.k.a. Linguini.
So,
I love that you wrote this down and called it the hate list. And I like that you left room at the bottom for more hate. Like, you could have spaced it out and wrote it bigger if it were just those three. But what this implies is there's a look at all this space we got down here for more hate.
On a piece of notebook paper.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a Unabomber.
Right. You might want to burn this list in case any of these people die.
yeah,
They're
I'm
gonna
going to
come
burn
after
it
you.
eventually. Not now, though.
All right.
And Brady, in the words of wrestling icon Chris Jericho, you just made the list. So after this, I had to watch Charlotte and her husband, Harry, a.k.a. Colonoscopy Man, go to the big fancy dinner party and ramble on and on about modern art. Why don't you talk about good art? Modern art looks like those finger paintings that you do in kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's what modern art
I
looks
kind
like.
of feel like, see, we can agree on this. Well, art, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? What one man thinks is art and another guy says, well, that's just a tube sock on the floor.
Right.
It's crunchy. It's not art. But, I do respect the people who could actually do nice detailed paintings and that kind of stuff. Not
Right.
like, hell, I could just get some paint and throw it up against a canvas and go, look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
can take my hand and
Yeah.
put it on canvas and call it
Exactly.
modern art.
Yeah.
And why don't you talk about a good artist like Danny Jackson? Now that's a good artist.
Yeah, shout out Danny Jackson. Oh. All right, what else?
So then at the end of the show, Carrie gets upset with Seema, and Seema is the realtor who is helping Carrie look for another apartment.
The character's name is Seema.
Yeah, it's some like Hindi.
Oh, I see. Well, that's
spiritual-
also a big road, like a car convention in Vegas. That's why I was confused for a
No,
minute.
she's like Hindu, and that the name Seema represents some like Hindu god or whatever.
Okay.
So in Seema, like I said, is the realtor who is helping her look for an apartment. And Carrie gets upset with Seema because she accidentally breaks a picture of her and Mr. Big Man from their wedding day. But
Well, I heard he's getting cut out of the last episode.
really?
Yeah. Well, he's already passed
Right.
away. But they were going to do like a flashback in the last episode, and they're even cutting him out of that because of all the allegations that's going on.
Right.
Have you heard about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
I'll fill you in a minute.
But Carrie and Seema, the realtor lady, come to an understanding. Then Carrie apologizes to Seema, and Seema apologizes to Carrie. And the show ends with Carrie saying, "And just like that, we began our real friendship." The end.
Yeah. So overall, you don't like it. Out of 4 figure fours. 4 figure fours being the best, 1 figure 4 being the worst. How many figure fours are we giving this one, intern Isaiah?
I'm gonna go with the 2 because I liked it the same as the last episode.
Okay, so it's just sort of just tracking along at the same pace. All right, well, thank you, intern Isaiah. Clap for yourself. Hit that clap button. All right. All right. Well, let's move on to our next segment. Well, actually, this is more of an update. Last week, we had a little contest up in here. You dodged a bullet, my friend.
I've seen how good I dodged it.
You dodged a bullet because I would have had you, well, maybe not a bullet. I bet you could have done some. You may have won this contest. Ladies love the tall boys.
I'd have been a lot of me on that couch.
Well, you could have draped yourself all over that couch. So what we did was we had a contest. We took some sexy pictures. We asked you to weigh in. And basically what we're trying to do is get on page 3 of the focus. We're going to be a page 3 beauty. And we had you guys vote. And I think we have some results. Am I right, intern Isaiah?
Yeah, we have some. Well,
Tell me
I
what
didn't
you got.
crunch all the numbers, but so far you have 77 votes. I have 9. Mark Hunt.
Wait. So the difference between first place and second place
Yeah, it's
is
like
almost 60 votes.
Think about if Alabama played Fred T. Ford in football. What would the score be?
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with here.
Okay, yeah.
And then Mark Hunt has 11.
Wait, who came in second?
Mark Ball actually came in
Mark
second.
Ball beat
Yeah,
Mark
with
Hunt.
12
Hit the
votes.
clap button.
Let's give it up for Mr. Ball.
Congratulations, Mark Ball. Okay. All right. And then, so third place was?
And then Mark Hunt is in the third place.
and
And
then
then
fourth.
I'm in dead last.
Okay. Well, here's what I think we should do. Because we pretty much threw 13 pictures at everybody. And so the votes were kind of spread out. So now what we're going to do is whittle that down to 4. We're going to do one more round. We're going to each get the one picture that people like the most of that specific person. There's going to be 4 pictures now. So now you have to vote again for your favorite picture out of the 4. The best one of me, the best one of Ball, the best one of Isaiah, the best one of Mark Hunt. And then you vote on those 4, and then that will be the winner, and then we'll use that one to send into the focus, and maybe we'll be a page 3 beauty.
Do we have those 4?
Yeah, I have those numbers.
All right, let's go ahead.
Okay.
So for John, number 4 got the most votes.
That one
The
right
George
there.
Oh, that's the
Costanza.
one.
Yeah, the George Costanza tribute. Okay, I like that one. I got a lot of muscles popping out of that one. I got a little bit of a gut.
I think
okay.
it's just angle.
Yeah. All right. That's mine.
Yep. And then for me, number 6 got the most votes.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I
yeah.
like this one.
I like the stare he's
I
got
do.
going.
I
on
like this one right
Yeah,
here.
good
I
one.
do need to borrow that circular saw too.
I think that's Alan's.
Yeah, it is. Let me know if you need it.
Okay.
And then for Mark Hunt, number 9 got the most votes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. I
yeah.
can see that one being the number.
Lot
He
lot
liked
of
the other one
fluff.
better.
Just
Yeah.
a lot of fluff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. A lot of hair down there. All right. And?
And then Mark Ball, number 13, got the most votes.
Yes. That was my favorite. Now that's
Davy Crockett.
By the way, that's second place.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we can make a real push to get Davy Crockett right here. I want to appeal to the masses right now.
Go ahead. Look at this camera. And
I want to appeal to the masses. Number 13, Mark Havaball, Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone, the Kentucky.
Daisy Crockett.
Vote Daisy Crockett. Hashtag Daisy Crockett. Get your vote in tonight.
I think with that name now, it's going to have to be, yeah. Okay, there you go. So you have you have one more round of voting to do. All right. We got a lot of show left, dude. We got Troll Patrol, and we've got a small town news story. And we're at an hour now. So do we want to do both of these, or we want to cut one out? I feel like we could do either one. Any interesting comments?
Well, Dot Connector said that it would actually be a rising kick. A roundhouse kick wouldn't actually reach the nuts.
Well, it
Find a
depends on the size of
rising
the human
kick.
being doing it and where you're standing. Because I thought of that too. A front kick would go right to the balls. A roundhouse is this way, but you don't have to go up here. You can come around like that and tap. You can tap the sack, the little tap sack.
Tap the sack.
Yeah, tap sack. Attack of the tap sack. You can do that. So, nice try. Okay. All right. I say let's do Troll Patrol next. Are you guys?
And you just
Where's my runner? I'm running. Do not hit the cameras. Oh, wait, we got it right here. All right. Okay, look what we're doing here. We're picking up pins. We're feeling things. All right, so what we do here is, as a verified Facebook page, I follow other verified pages, and I just follow. I wait for them to say something silly or dumb or incorrect, and I just leave a little comment. I weigh in. It's real simple. It's like this. It's a little segment called the Troll Patrol. All right, so I trolled a lot of people. I was gone for a week.
you're bored.
And I was sitting in a hotel room sometimes by my dang self. So I thought this would be a good time to do it. I'll tell you what we'll do for this one, Alan, since we're kind of going long. I'll let everybody in this room pick which troll we will do, and then we'll move on to small town news. And we'll save the other 3 trolls maybe for another time.
Okay.
Okay, so I trolled Ludacris, Oprah Winfrey, Kerry Washington, and The View. Which one would you guys like? I'll start with Sergeant Havaball. Which troll would you like for me to explore? Ludacris, Oprah Winfrey, Kerry Washington, or The View?
I'm having to lean towards Ludacris.
All right.
I'd have to say Oprah. She really irks me.
Oprah hurts you.
Irks me.
Irks you. Why does Oprah irk you?
I don't know. We'll talk about it off
Okay,
air.
fine. And Isaiah?
Ludicrous.
That's 2 Luda, 1 Oprah.
Luda.
It is. Okay, well, good. Now, here's the thing with the trolls. Don't get it twisted. I know the word troll has a lot of negative. It just rhymes with patrol, and it's just, I like Ludacris. Move, bitch. Get out the way, right? Atlanta, right? Remember that one?
No, I don't
I'm
think I've
going
heard
to
of that.
Atlanta
Oh
where
yeah,
the
I've heard of
players
that
play, and we ride on them things like every day. Big beats hit streets. Anyway, I like Ludacris. I've enjoyed his music over the years. But, you know, he posted a picture of him all decked out, and I guess it's a denim outfit. He's got denim shorts and a denim jean jacket, and it's covered in like what could be, I don't know. What is that?
Is that popsicles?
Is it the Heat? Miami Heat? I don't know what it is. It's hard to tell what it is. But he's leaned up on his Jeep. He's got a light blue, like a Carolina blue Jeep with the doors off. And it's a cool looking picture. And by the way, I admire him. If you follow Ludacris, you'll see his dedication to his workout. This dude works out all the time. And, you know, he spreads a lot of positive messages. So anyway, he posted that picture and he wrote, "Always take the scenic route." That's a nice gesture. And then I just wrote, "Unless you drive an ambulance." Now look, I'm not even saying, "Hey, screw you, dude." You know, I just wrote those words. And, you know, it got 1,500 reactions and 47 replies. And I'll just read you some of my favorite replies. Zachary Hickson, he wrote, "Wow, that's why you're one of my favorite comedians." Thank you, Zachary. I appreciate that. R.C. Shepard wrote, "If you're a truck driver like me, the scenic route can get you killed, lost, or stuck to the interstate and highways, LOL." And then another guy, and I don't know who this is, but he's also verified, a guy named LaTruth.
Oh, the truth. Yeah, the truth.
You know LaTruth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The truth go way back.
He's got 313,000 followers. I think he's a gamer because I kind of looked at it, I was like, who is this? And he wrote, "Wow, LMAO." So he thought it was funny. I think what he did there was sort of troll my comment because he knows if he commented on my comment, people would see his page and they would find out who's this guy, and maybe he would get a follow. See, part of the whole deal is, as a verified page, my comment will stay at the top.
Yeah.
And hopefully people will see it and go, oh, yeah, Jon Reep, I feel about him, I like him. And then I get trying to steal followers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the truth was trying to do to me.
The truth was trying to troll.
Don't hate the game. I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
I hear you, the truth. I'm with you. Thank you for the comment. Then Devin Murphy just says, your best work. And he did one of these, a couple of these in a row. So there you go. Like I said, it's not even a real troll. It's just like, I'll just weigh in and wait for it. So look, next week, I'll let you guys pick from Oprah Winfrey. I think we'll go there. Kerry Washington, the actress, or The View. And I'll give you a spoiler on The View. A lot of people commented on this. I got more replies on The View than anything. And it's great.
Well, they irk me too, just so you know.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our last segment. We're at an hour right now. This would be a great way to end this. And thank you for joining us. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Hit that share button. All right, look, there's a lot of negative things going on in the news, as you guys know. There's a lot of politics and pandemics and comedians dying and all that kind of sad stuff. Well, we like to find the happy-go-lucky stories. It's a segment that can be best described by Justin Clyde
We're
Williams.
just small-town dudes with small-town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never knew. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right. Well, look, guys, Happy New Year. It's 2022, and already we got a new record been broken. There's a new Guinness Book World of Records holder, and this one's for the biggest ball of human hair. That's right. Enjoy your meal. Well, here's the story. It all started in Cambridge, Ohio, back in 2013 by hairstylist Stephen Warden. His children had been begging him for years to make a hairball big enough to be in the Ripley's Believe It or Not book. Damn, that's weird. That's a weird thing for a kid to ask. Right? No trip to Disney World. Not a football. Daddy, we want a hairball. Those are some odd children. Anyway, Steve Warden started collecting his clients' hair at his salon. He installed a chute in the floor, connected it to a trash can in the basement, and once he was finished with the cut, he would sweep the hair into the chute, and it'd go down for his little project. That's a little Silence of the Lambs-ish.
Shoot, that's funny.
I feel like Buffalo Bill's down there waiting on him, trying to make him a new skin suit out of hair or something. But look, there's a video of this. Now, Alan, are people seeing this picture?
They are now, yeah.
Okay, that's the hairball. He named it Hoss the Hairball. He said, I had to name it because it's got human DNA in it. Wow. Hoss after that show on, what's the character Hoss?
Was it
Bonanza.
Bonanza.
Gunsmoke?
Yeah, so this dude's a big fan of Hoss. In fact, the actor's name is Dan Blocker, and he named his salon Blockers. So apparently this dude's got a thing for Hoss. And so he named the hairball Hoss. It's a little offensive because Hoss wasn't really hairy. He was just a big dude. I mean, I feel like there's lots of better names you could have done for the hairball. Chewbacca ball. Yeah. I got a couple here. I'll read you some that I came up with. Follickstein, because it's a monster. And it's he's if you're follically challenged, it follicles. Follickstein, Bigfoot's ball, Chewbacca wad, Rapunzel piece, Ron Jeremy. All those would have worked, but he chose something else. Look, there's a video of this, and I really think we should watch the video because this guy gets emotional about his new record. And let's just is it safe to play this, Alan? We might get a little bit of flaggy.
We'll start and stop it, and you can talk over it.
Okay. And maybe don't go too full screen on it.
We'll play the first little bit for sure.
All right. Just watch this dude.
I got more spiritual as I've aged and kind of wanted to leave some kind of legacy when I'm gone. And it hit me. I'm gonna build a giant hairball.
Just hit him.
But it actually has changed my life.
This is Blocker Studio.
Now pause it real
Cambridge,
quick.
Ohio.
Or you can just turn it. I feel anytime someone gets emotional on something, I kind of, I've had these feelings before. I get a little teary eyed, but we're talking about a ball of hair. Is that not a little bit weird?
These are the times that they're very important to this man.
Yeah. Well,
It's taken 11 years. Is it 11 years?
It's 10 or 9, 11, 10,
9,
something like that.
something.
That's a long time. Let's see him get it. Yeah, let's watch it again. I mean, I kind of teared up a little bit. This is like when
It actually has
a
changed my
quarterback
life.
retires from the NFL.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
This is
All right.
Blocker Studio in Cambridge, Ohio, owned and run by hairstylist Steve Warden. Inspired by his son, he set about creating a giant.
And he's like, Dad, I think you should take all the hair and build a giant hairball and get in the book. Because look, they've got rubber band balls and they've got yarn balls. So I took a corner of my salon and I built a hole into the side of the wall and into the basement, and made a chute, started saving the hair, started building it in the basement.
Its name, Haas.
I'm like, he has human DNA, we named him Haas.
First time he asked me to have a picture with it, I said, no, I don't think so.
It wasn't long before the hairball had attracted the attention of Ripley's Believe It or Not and the national press.
I was super, super happy. I felt like if I died now, I have left something that my great-great-great-grandkids are going to be able to pull up. From there, it was possibly going to go into a museum. I thought it was pretty much going to end there.
But an invite to Comic-Con Orlando saw the hairball snowball.
And put a little note up, donate a piece of your hair and be a part of the Ripley's display forever.
No big deal.
And it just
All right.
became a...
That's a genius move. So what he did there was like right there. The ball is not as big as it.
No,
we
it's
saw
just-
it. It's like 95 pounds there. But what he did was, because the other record was the guy who had the record before him. It was a 167 pound ball. He was at 95 here. And he said, I need more hair. So he said, hey, how about you donate your hair, and now you are a part of history. You are a part of this, which is a genius move because it's like you're feeding it. Like you can walk up, I want to help Hoss grow. I mean, this thing has potential. I mean, it could be the biggest ball ever created. You know? Isn't that crazy?
It's gonna be. It could be a record forever. I want to know about the colors in the ball.
Well, listen, a lot of ladies like to decorate their hair,
I'm like-
dye their hair.
Purple and green.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So I think he just doesn't turn down any hair.
Just takes them all.
Yeah. It's human hair, I guess. I don't know if he's testing it all. I guess he's watching it come off. Let's watch more. We'll find out maybe.
Forever.
No big deal.
And it just became a thing. It just kind of blew up. People like the interaction.
I know. Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Ugh.
When people donate to it, they just feel empowered. They feel like they're a part of something else. And they're using it in these events. It's still growing. And I think that's one of the most fascinating and cool things about it is that it's ever changing. It isn't just something
Oh,
it's
they
done.
dressed
there
it
is,
up
take a look
like
at
a
it.
potato
It just
head.
keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger everywhere it goes.
The world record
Oh,
of
no.
167 pounds.
Oh, that's the original one. That's oh my gosh.
Why is it all brown and gray?
That looks like a huge
giant turd.
turd. It looks like a giant cow patty. And look at him. He's just all propped up on it like, yeah.
Loving it. It looks like looking at my vacuum cleaner yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like, they could have fast tracked this and just went to any female shower drain and got one. They could have knocked this out in 2 years.
Yeah.
Why it's taking so long. Yeah. All right, well, let's see where this goes.
Was held by Henry Coffer, a barber from Charleston, Missouri, was suddenly in sight. People even started mailing their hair clippings to Stephen to help Haas get over the line.
This looks like all family members here. They're all saying good luck. And the good luck basically means that they're hoping that we actually will reach the Guinness World Record book.
Wow.
All right, Michelle.
What do you think that thing smells
here.
like?
We got some black cherry and black mixed
Black
together.
cherry?
It says here, please find and enclose a sample of hair from the 2036 U.S. presidential candidate, Sam Waltmeyer. Retain this card for your records. All right, Sam. Thank you, man. We got you on there. And
What the hell? I've never heard of that guy in my life.
He's like some guy that just, had like
He just-
2 votes in the final.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's like, well, I was technically on the ballot. And he read it like, okay, well, Sam, we got you on there. And by the way, he's not pulling out a microscope and testing this hair. It's supposed to be the world's biggest ball of human hair.
How do we know?
We don't know. This could be synthetic. This could be from a cow, a horse. It could be from. And by the way, what part? I mean, it's not just the head. There's some.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be some pubes up in there. I mean, think of the lice.
Maybe
that can
we ought to
happen.
do the largest pubic hair ball.
I like it.
We could start this trend now. Send it in.
All right. So, what's your address, Elliot? Let's have everyone ship. Cut some pubes. Send us
Everyone
to
ship
Elliot's
their
house.
pubic hair to
Breaking
Elliot's
news,
house.
the pubic hair ball.
I mean, this
going
is
to be hitting the.
yeah.
Put it in a pillow and give it to you.
This is disgusting. This is nasty.
We will know if the carpet matches the drapes.
Well, why are we just doing hair? Why not? I mean, thank goodness not earwax or mucus.
yeah,
Oh, you could use the earwax to hold the hair together.
Yeah.
So we'll have the biggest ball of earwax with pubes in it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. This is disgusting.
these are the last actually pieces of hair before it goes on to the scales for the Guinness World Book Record. I want to thank all my clients, and I also want to thank all my lake friends and anybody else that supported me throughout this entire endeavor.
And Home
There you
Depot for letting us use your.
Roughly, that's going to come out to about 226 pounds. In any case, guys, I think we're looking at a new Guinness World Records title
All
for
right.
the largest ball of human hair.
The brand new Guinness World Records title holder Hoss is now a gigantic 4 foot tall and 14 feet in circumference, and it contains hair from over 3,000 people.
Wow.
And I did it because of the love for my children and my future grandchildren. And just to show that, anybody has a crazy idea, don't worry about what people are thinking about it. Just do it.
Yeah. Well, obviously, he's not worried about what people are thinking about it. He got emotional again up there at the end.
Yeah.
His voice got higher.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? Sometimes people get emotional and they try to power through. He kind of did a little bit of that. Yeah, I hate to make fun of people, but we're talking about human hair. It's disgusting. I mean, will they turn anything down at the Guinness World Records? No. If I just said, this. Oh wait, what's the guy's name we had on here? Did the longest record for stand up? Mr.
David
Showtime.
Scott? Yes.
Huh?
David Scott.
David Scott. Didn't we talk about trying to do the world's longest podcast one day?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir, you
mentioned
did.
it.
Yeah. Alan's very excited.
I'm out.
Right. All right. Well, listen, we're not going to break any records in this episode, but listen, Cambridge, Ohio, the town might be small.
The town may be small, but the news is huge.
There you go, Steve Warden. Congratulations on your new title. All right, we're gonna wrap this puppy up. We do have a gift. We get gifts in the mail from time to time from superfans, and this one's from one of our favorites, Miss Superfan Samantha Dawn Kingston. We love you. And what do we got? I'm gonna have Sergeant Havaball open this up. And if there's anything we should read, you hand it to me. If there's anything gifts to hand out, you just hand them out to people. I haven't opened this yet. I have no idea what this is. This is a little unboxing that we're doing live right now. And here we go. I got an envelope. It's got human hair in it. No, it says homemade with love. In other words, I licked the spoon and kept using it. Oh, sorry. I couldn't read the font. That's what it was. All right, let's see what this is. Is there another note in there by any chance? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Dear gentlemen of Country-ish. That's
What's he
us.
talking
We are
about?
gentlemen. I felt really bad for just sending y'all socks for Christmas. Please forgive me. Now, Samantha, you don't have to send anything. She's sending us Smarties, too. But
Trying to
thank
say
you.
something,
Never
maybe.
feel bad about sending us anything, okay, Samantha? So don't worry about that. No need for your feeling bad. but I appreciate it because really hope this makes up for it. Enjoy and share. John, that means you. Of course I share. Have a blessed. Oh, I was going to ask you guys this. Have a blessed New Year. Warm regards, Samantha Dawn Kingston. All right, we got 2 black bowls. 2 black bowls are Grandma McCutcheon's Chex Mix. The red truck bowl is homemade butter mints. The gnome bowl is my homemade peanut butter balls. Oh. Smarties from Mark, since sugar ain't his thing. So those are Mark's. Love you guys. Now, quick question. I'm going to spell a word, and I want you to pronounce it. I think I'm going to start with Isaiah because he wasn't kind of listening. I think you're clued into what I might be doing. Pronounce this word. BLESSED. BLESSED.
SSED. I don't know.
B
B
You
L
want me
E.
to write it down?
Yeah.
If you write it down, it might help because if you look at it, it's different. You write it down. No, go ahead. All right, ready? BLESSED.
Blessed? No.
Okay. Now see what he just did? He said blessed. But we don't say blessed. We say blessed.
We say blessed.
But we say it like BLEST.
Yes.
Blessed.
Blessed.
But it's actually spelled blessed. So that's why when I read it, I was like, have a blessed New Year. I'm like, blessed New Year. Now, how would you pronounce that word?
It all depends on the context. I mean, like a birth of a child is a blessed event. But if you say you're grateful for God's gifts, you're blessed. So
But blessed is spelled the same.
Lots of words are spelled the same, but
I'm just
different.
asking.
Right.
Is there a word? Is this a word? BLEST.
No.
Well, that's the pronunciation of it.
But-
No, there is no, sir.
Do we know this for a fact?
Yeah,
I look
we
over
do.
at Alan for all these. You don't know.
I don't know.
All right. So I thought that was.
Yeah, it's
I saw it. I'm like, because we say blessed, but I've heard people say blessed. All right. Thank you, Samantha. Let's see what we got in here, man. I got the truck one. Oh boy, it's got the Christmas tree farm. Oh, this one's sealed. Oh, we got. Oh, it's that Saran wrap that's sticky. Oh my goodness, what is this one? What'd she say this was?
Blessed is a word.
Spell it.
BLEST is an adjective, archaic, or literary term to blessed.
Oh, archaic though, meaning old.
Very archaic.
Yes.
All right. Well, still technically, I was not wrong.
You're right.
I was wrong.
That's correct. Homemade butter mints. Whew. Get you one of them, dude. That'll clean your sinuses out. It's good. Thank you, Samantha. Well, Mark, I need to have one of them peanut butter balls.
Yeah.
You're the runner, so you have to come over here. I'm trapped behind this.
Yeah.
These are the peanut butter balls?
You know how they have nuts in them?
No, we'll find out.
No, they do not.
Oh, my goodness.
We're good.
Wow.
These are called Buckeyes as well.
Okay, that's right. We are blessed. Thank you, Samantha. Now, what else do we got? Open yours, man. Come on, we're all going to try something. Whatever it is. I want to try it.
Trail
And while
mix.
we're doing that, hit the share button. Marcus, Mr. Sergeant Ball, will you hand me whatever they have? I want to try everything.
What's the same?
Yeah, and then you guys, here, try these mints. Oh, the Chex Mix. Okay.
Okay,
And
a couple pretzels.
both of these Chex Mix? Oh, yeah, these are the same. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. What do you think? Did you get a mint? Okay. Listen, we're out of time. We had a great time. Any final thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Yes, sir. The interns are putting on a show at the Main Cellar City Club this Friday night.
Okay.
That's Mr. Tony Harnell of TNT, and he was also in the band Westworld, who had a song on the Sonic the Hedgehog video game. And
Nice.
Yes, sir. Very nice. And he has 4 octaves he can sing. He teaches people to sing all over the world. And the link is bit.ly/NCTNT to purchase your tickets. And we'd love to see you there.
And that's this coming Friday?
This coming Friday at the
I'll
main
be in
cellar.
Omaha, so I won't be able to make it. But send my regards.
I certainly will, sir.
And
Thank you very
koozies.
much.
How about you, Isaiah?
Samantha's nephew Grayson, his birthday was on Sunday, so happy late birthday.
There you go. Sergeant Haverball.
It was brought up earlier that tomorrow you dodged a bullet because tomorrow is National Kiss a Ginger Day.
Oh. How did I dodge a bullet?
Well, considering we
I
had
love
the
kisses.
demonstrators here, we were trying to figure out who was going to do the kissing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Jody.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just the ginger.
Well, like I said earlier in the show, don't forget, pretty soon we're going to start Country-ish After Dark. We'll figure out what to call it. It's basically going to be a podcast where we let loose just for the Patreon supporters, and it's only $5 a month. And we'll give you specific shout-outs. We talk right to you. We'll have you zoom into the show, and we cut up and we drink a little bit and have a good time. Sebastian, any last comments?
No, I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, hit subscribe, and that'll help us out too. So for the Alan Jackson, for Sergeant Haverball, for Elliot the intern, for intern Isaiah, for Sebastian, I'm Jon Reep, and I wish you bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kinda laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, you.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Go on. Yeah.
Hold on, do it again, John. Say it again.
Also, looky here now. Are we good? Hit the share button. Do as the share says. Hit the share button. Tell the world we need you to help us grow